got yet another update on the Trevor Bauer case, Mario. Trevor Bauer has been put on a 7-day administrative leave, and I kind of expected this, even though I didn't really know what was going to happen moving forward. But I did kind of expect this to happen. Now we've already talked about the case twice. We'll link those videos in the description down below. So we're not going to touch up on the situation itself because we've already made 2 videos on it. We're just going to touch up solely on him being out for the next 7 days. So I have a statement from Major League Baseball. It says, and I quote, MLB's investigation into the allegations made against Trevor Bauer is ongoing. While no determination is in the case has been made, we have made the decision to place Mr. Bauer on 7-day administrative leave effective immediately. MLB continues to collect information in our ongoing investigation concurrent with the Pasadena Police Department's active criminal investigation. We will comment further at the appropriate time. And before I pass on to you, Mario, this article is written by MLB.com. So your thoughts on Trevor Bauer being put on administrative leave for 7 days?
Well, this was something I was hoping that would happen. The reason why is because, again, I don't believe like once allegations come out, somebody should automatically be fired. I don't agree with that. Again, you're innocent until proven guilty. It's as simple as that. But administrative leave is something that you got to put in mind. Honestly, 7 days. I don't think that's, again, I wanted it to be longer though. I feel like administrative leave, you should be on administrative leave till they figure out what happens. Until they go further into their investigation, they come up with a final ruling, But it's 7 days, and after the 7 days, Trevor Bauer is going to be back. And 7 days, to be honest with you, Nate, if you really think about it, 7 days is not. It's really not a lot for a pitcher because you pitch once every 5 pitchers.
Yeah, something like that. But it's not even just that. I don't think when it comes to something like this, I don't think 7 days is enough to fully disclose the investigation.
Right, exactly. That's why I think it should be longer. I think you put him on administrative leave until you finally disclose what happened and you finally get at least some information to give him a temporary suspension, until you get the final conclusion of what exactly happened. So, for instance, if they find more details that go against Trevor Bauer, all right, let's give him this many days suspension. And then you go further on with your investigation. That's what I think should happen, And I know a lot of people are going to say it's Trevor Bauer, though. He's innocent until proven guilty. Yeah, you're right. But it doesn't matter if he's Trevor Bauer. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter, okay? What happened was that does not justify what he is being accused of. Okay, now I'm not saying he did it. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying, a 7-day administrative leave really isn't nothing for a starting pitcher. It's nothing, Nate, because a starting pitcher pitches once every 5 pitchers. So he's basically going to be missing 1 start. That's it. Okay, I'd put him on administrative leave to get at least some more information to where you could actually come up with a conclusion of what to do. If there are evidence that are in his favor, then you put him off the administrative leave for a little bit until you finally conclude the investigation. But overall, Nate, I feel like it should have been a little bit longer. But again, we still don't know what's going on between Trevor Bauer and the accuser. We're not sure who's right and who's wrong. When we finally get when the investigation comes to a close, we will give you an update. We'll give you an update if anything new comes out too with this. But overall, Nate, I think a 7-day administrative leave isn't really enough to disclose an investigation, like you said. Not only that, it's really a 7-day administrative leave, which is basically a 7-day suspension. It's really not a lot to a starting pitcher.
Right, it isn't, and it's just not a lot in general, because like I said, it usually when it comes to things like this, I don't think 7 days is enough for you to kind of come to a conclusion for this type of situation. But I'm on the New York Post right now, Mario. Okay, now you may be wondering, well, why are you on there? So I'm looking at photos. I was actually looking up the Trevor Bauer case while trying to find the MLB article before we started, and I actually came across this article, right, and it shows photos of not only the woman showing her bruises and cuts all over her face, which if you're interested in looking at this article, I'll link that in the description down below as well. But it also reveals the text messages. And oh boy, is this a dandy, Mario. So remember how we talked about in the first video that Trevor Bauer's agent was saying that she wanted to be choked out and to have the pain and all that? Yeah, that's true. That is very, very true. I'm reading through these messages and it's exactly as he says. So, but obviously, I look at the photos and that looks a little bit sus too. So I'm not sure what's going to happen in the outcome of this. I really don't. Because both sides. It's very confusing. This is one of the more confusing ones I've had because it's tough. Because I look at the messages, and according to her, it's oh yeah, choke me out and give me all the pain, things like that. But at the end of the day, you look at the photos, and it looks pretty sus. So I'm not so sure what's going to happen, to be honest. This is a very confusing one to me. So, but going back to the administrative leave thing, yeah, Mar, I think they should have. I look at it, and I think what's going to end up happening is they're going to give it time. Once the 7 days are up, then they're probably going to put him on another administrative leave or something in between the lines of that. So I'm
Maybe they'll
not,
let him
because you
play.
never
Who
know,
knows?
right? Because you never know. They could actually figure it out within the 7 days. You never know that, but again, we don't know if they actually will or not. So who
Yeah,
knows? Go on.
I mean, who knows? I mean, like the information that we have gotten within these past 3 days alone.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. It just comes out like that and that. So you never know. It could possibly come out, but who knows? So with that being said, I'm not gonna wish anybody the best of luck because again, we just don't know what's going on. We don't know who's right and wrong in the situation. And if there is an update on this topic, we'll let you guys know.